So SWOT analysis. SWOT means for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So that is the analytical framework or procedure uh, that is widely used in industry. Mostly it is created for industrial purpose, and now it is used for personal purpose also, for behavior psychology also, right? So this technique actually assess the strength, weakness, and opportunity and the threats of the particular phenomena. It may be personal things, or it may be some business thing, whatever. In this, the strength and weakness are internal factors. So those things you can see, strength is internal factor, and the threats also, sorry, weakness is also internal factor. The opportunity and the threats are external factors. So it is common for any system, regardless whether it is business system or personal system. Strength and weakness are always internal factors. So when you are analyzing SWOT, doing SWOT analysis, the strength you can list out whatever internal factor as a strength. Similarly, the weakness is also internal factor. If it is personal case, if it is organization level you want to do SWOT analysis, it could be the strength of organization and weakness of organization, internal organization. Whereas the opportunity and the threats are external. If it is case personal as well as organizational case, it is external factors that is affecting the process. SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunity, threat can be done for anything. So in this, strength and weakness are internal factors that affect our task. For example, time management. uh, Opportunity and the threats are external factor that affect our time management, like traffic conditions and vehicle repair, everything that is not in our control. So like that, you can analyze for your good health and well-being, what is your internal strength, what is your weakness, what is the opportunity available as external facility, and what is the threat, that is external thing that is controlling your health and well-being. Like that you can do for every case, the social responsibility. Then next topic will be reverse thinking. So reverse thinking concept also we have to discuss for creative thinking. Under creative thinking, what is reverse thinking? It is a fresh perspective on problem solving and innovations. So these are all coming under innovation and development case. There's critical thinking and creative thinking, and the SWOT analysis and the reverse thinking. Everything you can apply for developing new idea and innovation and innovative product, all those engineering concept also, as well as our personal improvement also, right? So reverse thinking is also called as inversion or working backward. Is a problem solving technique that involves starting with the desired outcome and identifying the step or factor that would be lead to the outcome. So it is also called reverse engineering in our engineering domain. So what we'll do, we will start from outcome. We will keep on moving and thinking, and we are coming out the strategy or I think how to achieve those outcome. That is the called reverse thinking. So key concept of reverse thinking: inverting the problem instead of directly focusing on the solution. Inverse thinking encourage identifying the steps that would be lead to opposite of desired outcome, and identifying limiting assessment assumptions. So what are the challenging in this limiting assumptions? All those things we can identify easily by reverse thinking. Worst case scenario also we can come out by reverse thinking. So it is enabling analyzing potential failure and negative outcomes, that can provide valuable insight into the root cause of the problem and to avoid them. Then creative problem solving, by reframing the problem and exploring unconventional solution, reverse thinking can lead to innovative breakthroughs. And it also enable adaptivity and resilience. So in the constant changing world, the reverse thinking can help individual and organization adapt to the unnecessary and unforeseen challenges. So this is really give some breakthrough innovative idea, the reverse thinking concept. Because we start from outcome, we are analyzing things. So for reverse thinking activity, for example, time management trouble. You struggle to finish your work on time and often feel rushed. So what is that reverse management for time management is you have to do reverse manner the thinking. For example, actually you are facing the situation of you are struggling to finish the work on time, and always you feel rushing the works, so feel stressed. So because of the improper time management problem. So to solve this time management trouble, struggling finishing the work on time and feeling rushing on the last moment, to get the solution to solve it, you have under reverse thinking from it. I have to start like this. If you want to completely ruin your time management, what would be you do every day? You can ask. So you can list out all this possibility of factor that is affecting our time management, eating our time, that is leads to struggle to finish our work. You can list out, then you can simply avoid those factors, then your time management done. This is called reverse thinking, right? So what under reverse thinking you will do, instead of identifying how I can manage the time, list out what are the things affecting or eating your time, then the list one by one you avoid, then ultimately your time management done. This is what called reverse thinking, right? Under reverse thinking, we are solving the issue by reverse manner. So you want to be a good listener, you have to identify what are the things a worst listener will do. Then you have to remove all the things. Then you ultimately becomes a good listener. So if you want to become a good listener, first you think reverse manner. How you think? If you want to be a worst listener, what to do? You list out. Then don't do the listed out thing, or just remove all list out thing in your practice. Then you will be a good listener. So let us see some example of use cases reverse thinking. For the case of Apple company, let us see. Instead of making device like with the keyboard like BlackBerry, Apple asked, "What if the phone had no buttons at all?" So this is the reverse thinking made by Apple, which lead to the iPhone. This innovative idea. So that changed a lot in the mobile phone forever. Now you know that all mobile phone nowadays without button. So earlier button phone was only there. After that BlackBerry came with the keyboard. At the time there is no phone at all without keyboard. Every phone either have buttons or keyboard. That is a scenario that time. That time Apple did reverse thinking. What if a phone had no button at all? That resulted and innovated had an impact of much thing. You know that all phone nowadays we have enjoying without keyboard. We have lot spaces for nowadays in the phone screen because we don't have keyboards. If you use still the keyboard concept, your screen size will be very minimal and you cannot do much of the things, right? Similarly, uh, IKA, that is another company's reverse thinking approach. Let us discuss. What they did, they asked a reverse thinking question: what if customer assembled the furniture themselves instead of delivering bulky ready-made furniture? The IKE revolutionized the model with the flat pack self-assembled furniture, which is resulted in lowering the cost and enabling global scaling. So that is the reverse thinking they did. So the time when the IKE introduced the foldable furnitures, there is no foldable furniture at all. So that time they thought of, wow, why we have to assemble in our factory, then deliver the furniture as a bulky size. and it increase the cost of transport also, and it is sometime it is breaking down in the midway of transmission, all those things. So instead of that, otherwise we have to take our furniture we have to assemble in the customer premises, right? So instead of that, why can't we let the customer assemble the furniture themselves? That is the reverse thinking happened, that is impacted large in the market. Then if we can discuss the reverse thinking Netflix story also, where what if the people didn't have to go to store to rent a movie. So when Netflix is introduced, before that people are going stores, you know that in olden days the CD as well as the tape based video tapes are there in the shops. Library will be there. You may not aware of that, but in my time when I was school days, it is was like that only. So when you want to watch movie other than theater, we have choice of olden days video tape recorder decks, and we go and get the rental movie in the form of video tape recorders and CD recorders or DVD. Because of Netflix reverse thinking, they started to ask the reverse thinking question: what if people didn't have to go to a store to rent the movie? So for that, they come out a solution. You know that what is Netflix now? That streaming revolution happened. Video streaming is introduced, so from internet they can watch the movie. So that is a real impact on the video movie watching scenario, right? So so like that, real impact solutions are created by reverse thinking only. So reverse thinking is really much helpful techniques to find out really impactful and innovative ideas. So reverse thinking helps to uncover hidden assumptions and encourages innovative solution by challenging conventional approaches. So it is not thinking in the perspective of conventional approaches. It is removing the conventional approaches, how we are solving the problem, how we are doing the task. So this removing the conventional process of doing the task, and it is bringing an innovative solution and method of doing the task differently and impactfully, efficiently and effectively. That is the main advantage of reverse thinking.